Well, here we are. Nintendo's E3 performance this year has ended, and as expected, Zelda Wii U was revealed with a short but sweet teaser trailer. Now without further extending the intro of this video, I will compile an in-depth analysis of the information presented. Once I have done this, I will then talk about the updated information regarding Hyrule Warriors. Before I talk about the trailer itself, let me discuss the information regarding gameplay emphasis as noted by Eiji Aonuma. Before the teaser was actually shown, Aonuma discussed the inspiration for Zelda Wii U's mechanics. In particular, he mentioned both Wind Waker and the first Legend of Zelda. Listen to this quote from Aonuma.
As far as what you can do with such a vast field to explore, as soon as those boundaries are removed, it means you can enter any area from any direction.
As you have heard, Aonuma stressed the term exploration as the premium in Zelda Wii U. He brought up examples such as Wind Waker and the first Legend of Zelda, where exploration was the prime focus. From this inference, anyone can see that exploration in a non-linear environment will be a mainstay with Zelda Wii U. Moving on, Aonuma also stressed that he liked the convention of battling powerful enemies in a peaceful world.
Enemies appearing in such a peaceful world is one of the defining features of the Zelda series.
I think that one convention we can keep, right?
From that inference, I suppose we can make a valid assumption along with the footage shown that the overworld will be colorful, serene, and beautiful despite enemy engagements. To further support this claim, we go to this interview with Aonuma back in 2013. Rather, the more we change it, the more I get fired up. Having someone think, huh, is this Zelda? At first, then, oh, it is Zelda, is what we're going for. Something that wouldn't make it matter whether Link or Princess Zelda appear in it or not. Something where it wouldn't even matter if Zelda is actually a princess or not. So, in other words, Aonuma is placing a lot of emphasis on not only exploration but character presentation as well. Note that this particular interview does not necessarily mean that Zelda won't appear in Zelda Wii U. However, I believe we can assume a very unconventional and unorthodox story from Zelda Wii U, something that no other Zelda title has explored. In addition, we can also assume that the map will be displayed on the gamepad since Aonuma was actually very fond of the feature. Now then, let's talk about the overworld shown in the trailer. So it was stated that the player may explore any area at any time as seen in the background shown here. In addition, various villagers and or farmers can be seen in the background. Now here is our first identifier in aiding an open world environment. Now let me ask you, look at any sandbox non-linear environment. If a game is non-linear, that doesn't necessarily mean that the game is non-directional. What I mean by that statement is that there must be some type of quest system in place to direct the player on what is his general direction regardless of non-linearity. These villagers seen in this field can be a prime example of quest givers. Also notice that they are in close proximity to the monster that will appear shortly thereafter. From these conclusions, we can assume that the inhabitants of Hyrule will be scattered across the overworld and will interact with the player in some way. Link Between Worlds did this in a similar degree regarding dungeon order. Also, you can see what appears to be some lookout points in various structures. So from this basis, we can assume that inhabitants of Hyrule will probably be located around some of these structures, similar to here. That inference is a bit of a no-brainer, but it can be an educated guess. We can also see what appears to be Death Mountain, a ravine of swords, and possibly Hyrule Castle Town. Now, let's look at the general mood of the landscape. Now, Aonuma did say he wanted to keep the convention of battling strong enemies in a serene, peaceful environment. However, that does not mean it will stay this way for the game's entirety. I'd rather not speculate any rumors about a game with only a single short teaser trailer, but I personally find it likely that the overworld will experience some change during the course of the story. In this scene, 3 statues can be seen. The one most apparent on the far right, which appears to be some sort of bird-like creature. The one on the left, which appears to be a serpent. And the one on the background which gets crushed by the incoming monster. Notice the destructive events that occur here. We can also see a similar tampering with the environment here when the flames burn away some of the grass. Can this be identified with a destructible environment? Again, it's a bit too early to make any sort of conclusions. After all, it could just be some sort of cinematics for all we know. In addition, some of the statues do appear to get some of its inspiration from some Aztec and Mayan statues. Now, let's talk about the horse in which Link is riding on. Now, there is speculation on whether or not this is Epona. There really isn't that much evidence to support either side. It may be Epona, it may be not. But if it is Epona, then the horse has a new look and sporting a darker coat. In addition, let's talk about the gear on the horse. We can see what appears to be a shield of some kind. We can also see some other types of gear mounted on the horse. Some have taken these facts as evidence to a manageable horse. For example, it may be possible that item management of some kind may be possible on the horse. Also, the horse may be used to initiate some attacks as seen when the horse gives Link a boost to fire some arrows. Also, what appears to be Link has a very unique wardrobe. He is wearing a blue tunic similar to his villager outfit found in Wind Waker. He is also wearing some khaki covered underclothing and some pouches, in addition to what appears to be Gerudo gauntlets. Also, Link is wearing a mysterious black cloak. The symbol found on the cloak appears to be some sort of crest having something to do to where Link is from. However, we don't really have that much information on what this necessarily means. Also, another thing to take into account is that Link appears to be a teenager this time around. There has been talk on whether or not Link is a girl or if it was actually Link. However, these rumors were shot down by Anuma as useless speculation and didn't want people to focus too much on Link's appearance. However, Link does appear to be a dominant archer. Could this be a clue on the potential title of the game? Could it have something to do with the bow and arrow? Regardless, Link does appear to be some sort of hunter. Moving on to the monster, it appears to be some sort of Beamos. However, this creature does look largely original. From the mossy grass on the creature, we can assume that it has been in the forest for some time. However, the creature does appear to be powered by some sort of magical power source. The same blue bloomy effect can also be seen on one of Link's special handcrafted arrows. Whatever this magical power source is, it does remind me a lot of the effects of the Dominion Rod found in Twilight Princess. The Dominion Rod does give off a similar magical power-up effect as seen here. Another consideration is, how did Link obtain this special arrow? Did he find it and makeshifted it to an arrow? Again, we can only speculate in these matters. The teaser trailer then ends with the release window of 2015. Now, I reckon we will get more information regarding Zelda Wii U during Gamescom. Gamescom is in August, which is in about 2 months. I personally find it very likely that we'll get more information then, perhaps a demo. Now, let's talk about Hyrule Warriors. We have a lot of exciting news to discuss regarding the anticipated spin-off. One of the biggest pieces of information regarding Hyrule Warriors are characters such as Zelda and Impa are playable. Also, listen to this quote.
There is a certain character you like in the series. This is the first game where you'll be able to play as your favorite character.
Now, we can't judge the fact that there will be a lot of fan-favorite playable characters available in Hyrule Warriors. Personally, I am hoping for a playable Fierce Deity Link, but that's another thing. Also, we do know that Ganondorf will be in the game to some degree as well. The game is slated for a release on September 26th of this year. Also, I have been getting messages asking whether or not this game is timeline relevant, and honestly, does it really matter whether or not Hyrule Warriors is in a Zelda timeline? I was honestly sold the minute they revealed Midna as playable. I will be buying the game regardless if it is relevant within the Zelda timeline or not. However, in some of the trailers we do see some Style Childs and some other familiar characters. Also, in accordance with some artwork, I would have to guess Hyrule Warriors does take place between Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time. But honestly, the game appears to be a homage to the Zelda series if anything else. Well, that's all information I have to say for you guys. Special thanks goes to Shane PZC, Mirko Zaja, Lowe's Jam, King K. Rule, and eDog663 for contributing to this week's episode. If you have any information pertaining to Zelda Wii U or Hyrule Warriors, comment below with the source and I'll feature your name on next week's episode. Also, I would like to make an announcement. This series will keep on producing episodes until Zelda Wii U gets an official title. When that happens, this series will end. However, a new series will take place with the same news coverage but a slight new twist. I will reveal more information about this when the time comes. Episode 28, the future of the Zelda series, will be coming next Monday on the 23rd. Also, stick around Tuesday nights. This channel will be producing a podcast series very soon. Please like, favorite, and subscribe if you're new. Till then, this is the video of the day.
Anymore, Ganondorf. Here comes a new challenger.
Hi, kids.
Ah! Huh? Big Gay Thunder. Big Gay Fire.
Big Gay Turn!